How many people have had a rough past and things have just not gone your way, and you wish you could look back and just say, when I was a teenager, Lord, why couldn't have things gone differently? Let's just see a round of hands, and I'll raise my own hand, see? Well, it just starts with that, is right then and there, this next generation is something we're looking to pour into, okay? We want this to be a generation where we can see Christ in them. We want to see the fruits of the Spirit, right? Just like Pastor Ron's saying. And it's just a beautiful thing, and it's a beautiful opportunity to be able to do that. I just wanted to start off by mentioning who I am. I'm Michael Andonie. I go by Mikey. Some of the youth in here already know that. I just like to be called Mikey. That's how. You know what? I need to adjust this a little bit. There we go. I feel like I'm leaning down. Okay, and anyways, I'll just share a little bit of my testimony because I heard you guys love testimonies. That's good. Well, I was born and raised in Sacramento, California. Got any Californians in here? Oh, there you go. Okay, cool. But I was born and raised there, 18 years. I wasn't always the person, you see today. I wasn't always the Christ-filled person, the one who put God first in my life, right? Just like everybody who raised their hand, I had to figure out that myself, I experienced with, drugs, alcohol. I had a rough past with my parents. My father, he was addicted to painkillers, he had issues. And, I would be drug out of school to go to court to try and help him because he was so, in that state of being high that he thought that there was people even after him. So, this is what I knew as a middle schooler. It was really rough for me. And a lot of you guys can attest to that this kind of stuff really ruins your life. So as a kid, that really hit me hard. I was very depressed and sad. I wasn't, like I said, the person who I was right now. I wouldn't be able to stand up here and be talking, the way I am. But God really can change anybody. So, it first started with that in high school, I started playing football, got a little, bigger and stronger, a little more confident, in myself. And then all of a sudden, I find myself senior year, I was in a military program. Does anybody know what that is? JROTC. Yeah, I was in that, and it was good and all, but I'm still not figuring out what I want to do. I'm just sitting there praying one night to God, I know He's real. May not be living that way, but He's listening, He's listening to my prayers. And I just remember one night, it was like He grabbed me, just grabbed me by the Spirit, and I was just, I had chills. I was sweaty. I knew He was talking to me. All of a sudden, He said, "You will be a soldier in the Army." So I decided to join the Army, and in there, after a few years, I got deployed and stuff like that. Then I met my wife, my beautiful wife back there sitting next to me. That's Deidre. She's also serves in the youth. But now we have 2 kids together, 2 beautiful kids. I'm married. I'm happy. And there I found myself, what do I do now? So I went back to school, and I went to trade school here in town, Salina Tech, and I became an HVAC guy, so now I'm a heating and cooling technician. And so there I still found myself, what is my purpose, God? Like, there has to be something more, because I've always felt like I was called to do more, And so there, we kept praying, we kept strong, and I actually came here first. For 2 months, we actually went to CrossRoads. Did you know that, Pastor Ron? But, sometimes, CrossRoads meets us up, but God still has other plans. So we moved on to Revolution, and there we found ourselves, and God just started taking a hold of me, and we started serving, and there got into the youth program. I was voluntold. No, I'm just kidding. No, but I really believe that God has a place for me, and that's where this opportunity started out. One night I was reading a book by A.W. Tozer, okay? He's a very, very well-known theologian, right? And I just could not read anything at all. I just couldn't interpret it at all, what I was reading. And there he spoke to me again. He told me, "You're going to be a pastor." He said, "Are you?" I thought he was joking, just like I did when I was a kid, But here I find myself, and it's a proven testament that, he hasn't given up on me. He will use me. So I'm here to share that with you guys, that we have a big opportunity here, and we're combining our youth groups, and we really want to make this known. Let me describe you a little bit to what we do there. Last year we went to youth camp, and same with the year before, so we plan on doing that again, and that was awesome. It was really cool to see the kids like zip lining, and stuff like that. That was really neat. That was like the first time I ever did that. I like rappelled, but zip lining, it's like you're flying and floating at the same time, kind of like a flying squirrel or something. No, but it was a blast though. And just the fact of the matter is that, I don't know, some of the parents might have heard about the youth camp, and she also knows about the youth camp. I won't call her out because she's a little shy. I'm just kidding. But we had a rough time. It was almost like God took us. We were like a Coca-Cola bottle, and he shook us up. And everything exploded, right? The power went out. I mean, the plumbing went out. I mean, the storms came in out of nowhere. They had they've never had that much rain as they did that weekend. I mean, it was like the rain just came down and just, threw us around. But it was just amazing to see that, though, in the teenagers, though, that they didn't need to have all those activities to get the message they needed, And what else happened? Then the lice broke out throughout the entire camp. So we actually had to come back, what was it, like a day early? Yeah. So it was pretty rough. And so all the kids were kind of down. But by the end, there was about 5 kids, I think, that stood up and asked Christ in their lives. So that's what it was all about, Just the fact that, even though we went through all those trials and all those things, I think it was really cool for them to see that even though those things are still happening, that you could still get the message that God was trying to bring to them, and it still prevailed. So it was a really neat experience. But, that's not what it's all about. We love all the kids that even don't go to the camp, you know what I mean? Wednesday nights, I mean, how awesome is that? Like, we had at some point, I think, 40 kids coming to the youth group. So now it's about, I think, anywhere between 25 to 35, depending on how many come. So it's really neat. I mean, these kids are really being touched, and they want to get baptized. They want to be saved. And I want to let you guys know that anybody that does have a 6th to 12th grader, or if you are a 6th to 12th grader here today, please feel welcome to come and find me afterwards. And I'll stick around, and if you have any questions, feel free. But everybody is welcome.
Cool.
Thank you for listening.